Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today, we're talking about Season of the Deep so far. Now, I want to prefix this just by saying I like the aesthetic of this season. I really do. And I think the idea of it is cool. Bungie has said, they plan on keeping the theme season. This is kind of a aquatic, well, not kind of, it literally is a fishing, deep dive scuba season, which, makes sense for all that it is. And, I think for the most part, there's not too much to complain about. In fact, I think there's more to be excited about, but that doesn't mean I'm going to criticize what I think this season does horribly. So, we're going to get the bad news out of the way first. And that is, man, I feel like we've been here before. But the story is just so slow developing. And I like the idea of a bond between Asa and Sloane. And I feel like this is eventually going to lead into a bad spot for Sloane. Now, we have 2 more weeks left of this story. We have this week and next week. So, whatever is happening, it's going to happen sooner rather than later, right? However, I feel like I'm going to have to wait to watch a Bife video. Because what am I supposed to do? Write down everything Asa has said in like a notebook and then piece the words together? Like, No, that's not how this should work. I think it would have been nicer if Bungie maybe spaced this out less, made it like a 3-week story, but kind of packed everything into those 3 weeks. I get you have to have a reason to come back and play each week, and most of the time it's the weekly story. But again, there's just nothing going on. There's no motivation to complete the story because guess what? You can just come back in 2 weeks when it's all done and do it all at once. Because there are plenty of other good games to be playing right now. So the story, it might eventually lead somewhere good, but right now it's just so slow developing. Like it is with every season that doesn't have a major expansion attached to it, that I just don't care. Right? I don't. And neither should you. So the good news is that deep dives and fishing, I love this so much. Fishing is a great way to do absolutely nothing to get some decent loot. So, if you're low on legendary shards or you want to get exotics, but you don't want to go do challenging activities, say you're burnt out, fishing, you literally just sit there and hold your interact button. That's it. Well, don't hold it because you can miss the fish sometimes. I've done that. But, you just have to pay attention ever so slightly, as opposed to doing a GM, which, the loot can be better from that for sure. But fishing is a lot less, I don't know, it doesn't hurt your brain and it's not as stressful. So if you're looking, if you've just done like a raid or a grandmaster and you just want to chill out, it's a great way to just relax and get loot at the same time. Deep dives with the optional activity, the Toland looking Ascendant Ball, it's a really great thing, and I think Bungie should definitely have a mode like this in every season, because you can just you can be casual, you just want to get the deep dive done so you don't interact with Toland, right? But you're with friends, your loadouts are optimized, you're min-maxing, and you want to get the best loot possible. You want to get to tier 7. Touch all the Tolands, interact with them, get the objective done, the side quest or the side objectives done. And none of them are terribly hard. I will say the Hive version this week, man, those ogres hurt a lot. I think I had double void resist on and concussive, and I was still just getting melted. So you definitely want to make sure you're going in there with a plan. I think when I did it recently, we had a Strand Hunter for Suspend a tether. So, you suspend, you tether, and everything just dies. And then an arc character to kind of mop up everything. So, it's the most fun seasonal activity we've gotten so far. I think Battlegrounds from Defiance, they're not bad, but deep dives definitely take the cake, in my opinion. Salvage, I haven't tried the Legend version of Salvage yet, so I can't imagine it's terribly different. Salvage is just catch crash, let's just be honest. So it's not my favorite thing in the game. Is it bad? No, it's kind of... I just dropped my pen. There you go. It's kind of in the middle. So, yeah. Poor Valkaor, by the way. He got downgraded. No, he was like the worst raid boss ever, or one of them anyways. But man, he got downgraded from a raid boss to a seasonal activity mini boss. That's just BM Bungie. At least Tannis got upgraded. He went from like strike boss to another strike boss to raid boss. So, or I guess he was like a Nightmare Hunt boss too, right? So that's technically a seasonal thing. But at least he got to raid boss eventually. He had a great character arc. But Valkaor just, man, he fell off, bro. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll have more in a couple of weeks on, wrapping up thoughts about Season of the Deep. We still have that quest, the exotic quest, which I don't know anything about, but we'll surely be getting that either in 2 weeks or maybe even next week, who knows. So there'll be more to talk about that, the seasonal story ending to this, what's going to happen with Sloan and Asa, is Xivu going to get to Sloan, so on. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Sorry if I rambled a bit in this one. I didn't have a script, I just had some bullet points, so you can probably tell a little bit. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.